Greetings and salutations. Welcome back. We're, oh yeah, we did get up to pen pedal, so we have, taken care of Team Chimera, and we're going to be moving on to, towards the Elite Four. I don't know if there's really anything else yet. I did confirm, I did look this up, this Wakewater Isle. This is apparently post-game stuff. See, check it out later, I suppose. Yeah, all that's left is Pollen Road here, Davosi Straits, and the ruins. So we've got 2 encounters left. Speaking of encounters, I looked up Yanmega in my little Pokedex thing, and Yanmega, on top of getting buffed, like really buffed. Let's take a day encounter. Actually, that's good. Being a bug dragon type, that would change. I don't know if you want to say buff, but change. It's got 525 base stats. It learns. It's mainly a special attacker. It's like 115 special attack, BST, 95 speed. So it's decently fast, but with speed boost, it really kind of goes into its own. If it's able to be out one turn, at +1, it's probably faster than 80 to 90% of all Pokemon. At +2, I think it's the fastest thing that exists. It gets Detect, which is Protect as well for it. But it also gets U-Turn, it gets Bug Buzz, it gets Fiery Dance. Which Fiery Dance is a fire move that has a 50% chance to up your special attack 1 stage every time you use it. It's got Dragon Energy, which once you have 1 speed boost, you're probably faster or anything. You just press Dragon Energy. It's 150 base Dragon Power at full HP. Stab, because since Yanmega's Dragon, so 225 Dragon move that just wipe anybody out. It also has Draco Meteor. I mean, that thing is, I'm gonna be honest, kind of cracked. Yeah, if we had gotten it much earlier in the game, it probably would have been up there for something for me to use. But at the moment, Comfey, yeah, you're probably, not getting used. But we'll take a look. We'll catch you at least. May as well. I obviously don't know what other encounters there are, but man, the Yanmega one, when I looked it up, I was like, whoa, this thing is amazing. Oh, you're Grass Fairy. Do we still have Nuzzle? Yeah, we do. Not very effective. Still hits really hard, though. Wait, what? Why did I not paralyze you? Oh, you have to have something that prevents paralysis, then. Oh, and that's the grass thing I was talking about, Petal Blizzard. Well... let's just try an Ultra Ball, then. Perfect. And right, no more level cap. Oh well, unlevel caps. We don't know what the new one is, but yeah, Grass Fairy, very nice. We'll go take a look at them. We'll heal real fast just since we took some damage, but that'll give us a chance to look at them and be on our way. Yes, I'll heal my Pokemon, please. And then we're gonna see what Comfey has. Oh, there you are. Flower Veil protects grass. I guess that protects you against status ailments while you're on the field of you and any other grass type, like in a double battle. That's pretty nice. Oh, you can see here, HP not great, especially bulky. Regular defense actually not that bad. Decent special attack. Well, decent. It's a little below average special attack. Well, 43, basically. If you want an attacker, they need to be well over 100 by now. But average speed, so yeah, not bad. Yeah, I mean, this is average. I'm sure it has some amount of moveset that would be decent. I think Grass Fairy is an okay typing. In most modded versions of games I've played, like Meganium has been made given the fairy type, so it's a Grass Fairy. And I think that really, really helps it out because Mono Grass, while decent, lacks a bit of offense in the late game a lot of times because a lot of the Grass starters are, unfortunately, more on the defensive side. Do I think I can kill you in the sun with this? You don't. Oh, you don't have your Megastone on you. Oops. We're just gonna Volt Switch then. We should probably fix that, by the way. Hopefully he doesn't hit me with something really hard. Hail? Oh, that's fine. I'll take a little bit of chip damage from this, but we... Oh, actually, this Bear Tick, I just realized... Okay, we're still faster. Bear Tick, I think, can have Slush Rush, which Alolan Sandshrew can also have. Sandshrew Sandslash, the Ice Steel variant, where it doubled, like our Sandslash who has Sand Rush, it doubles your speed in Hail. Or, yeah, Hail. Which, you know, makes it really fast, and then, yeah, it can do quite a bit of damage. Sliggoo, you're the Steel variant, so this should just kill you. Just kidding. It did burn you at least, so I'm a little bit protected. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Well, Sliggoo is really weak. Yeah, we have our citrus berries on. Well, -1 citrus. Keep track. We will need to fix that because I didn't want Megastones on while we're doing random encounters. Yeah, it kind of goes to show you there. Sliggoo, not very powerful. Not really that... Until it's a Goodra, with the final evolution, Goomy and Sliggoo are kinda not very threatening. Let's take all these items off, please. And you get your Heliolite back. You had it on there. Take you. Give Gigotite. And you can get your Delphoxite. And say, well, we could have done, if we had our Heliolisk able to Mega right away, we would have, I would have just Mega'd right away and Flamethrowered, and it probably would have killed that Beartic. Just in Sun with Flamethrower and their special attack would have been more than plenty. Concolder, you're probably going to use a fighting move. Okay. I forget, that's Focus Punch, right? We're going to go to Gardevoir because they have all super effective moves against you. You have Guts. Yeah, Focus Punch, basically if you get hit, you lose your focus, and that doesn't work. Also like this Concolder spray. Normally he's like holding both of his little pillars there from the top, and his hands are up high. So I like that one made it a little bit different. Maybe that's just the only ones I've seen with it. Duo Blade. Ghost Steel. Oh, well, that's a little annoying. Do I think you're floating? I don't know. Quagsire, you're my anti-steel. I mean, this guy's surely slower than us. Wait, that was a ghost move. We can just be a little cheesy here. Doesn't hurt us. Normal typing. We will bring out the Sun now, and we'll Flamethrower. Our little Velociraptor Flamethrower. good enough to kill. Now look at that, 221 special attack. We saw that the Comfey we just got only had like 90 at level 43. No chance they're getting 130 before up to level 50. So, as an attacker, they're really not. Breloom. We could flamethrower again in Sun. We might kill, but we're fast enough. We're just gonna switch out for safety. Yeah, I mean, look at that. We did half his life, not, you know, in a not very effective move. Oh, that's annoying. Question is, what do I think you're going to use? Probably some sort of fighting move or grass move. Delphox should resist both. Even though it is physical, resisting it is pretty decent. And I would say it's nice knowing you, Breloom, but stab, sun boosted, flamethrower. Gonna torch you up. I had mushrooms for dinner tonight. They were really, really good. Okay, you think Heliolisk in their Mega Form? 221 special attack. My Delphox only had 160 there, and obviously not in their Mega Form, but that just kind of goes to show like how big the Mega Forms are for my special attackers here. Like Heliolisk, Gardevoir, Delphox all gain so much when they are in their Megas. To the point that I probably could be a little more fast and loose at sending attacks. So, because like my Helios probably could have flamethrowed and would have just killed him. Super effective in Sun. 220 something special attack. I didn't need to be so cautious, I guess. But I try to play fights smartly if I can. Poor Sola, you are the water version, right? Yeah, water rock. Maybe we can kill with Thunderbolt. And we'll be in the sun now, so your water moves will be a little weaker. Probably worth mentioning since we're going to the E4. My thoughts on my team right now. So the team I have right now is my current contender for what my E4 team would look like. It's Heliolisk, Gardevoir, Delphox, Mandibuzz, Quagsire, Goat. This has both good and bad options. So it's good in that we have a lot of offensive potential. Have really high damage special attackers. They get a lot done. They can, all of them in their Mega Forms have over 200 special attack. I think Delphox might be the only one that doesn't, but they're my main special attacker in this team. If this is how I set it up, would be Gardevoir. They could set up. They have Calm Mind. Fairy and Psychic are very strong for what they need to do, and they have Draining Kiss for long staying power in fights where maybe they take a little bit of damage, but not a ton of damage. Heliolisk, as we see here, very strong with electric moves, flamethrower, setting sun. That's a really important one. Setting sun is probably the most important one. That's to boost Delphox as well, and to give us a little bit extra in some other stuff too, which I'll go over as we kind of keep leveling up here and getting skills. Mandibuzz, then we have Delphox. Delphox would be the second in line basically for special attacking, and they would be more of the I don't say jack of all trades, but the coverage Pokemon. They would have literally 4 different attacks. So Mystical Fire probably, unfortunately, getting retired. Nuzzle going away, but Psyshock, Flamethrower, and then my Delphox eventually will learn Moongeist Beam, which technically we can go to the move relearner and teach it right now. But it'll also learn Moonblast, so it'll get a Ghost and a Ghost move. That's the Moongeist Beam. And then it'll also get a Fairy move, Moonblast, as a backup to Gardevoir. So, it could be really nice. Heliolisk is going to be more of the set Sun, and then he's going to set up for himself. As weird as that sounds. Does this guy have Levitate? I don't think he does. I think he generally hits Sturdy. Helios was set up for himself, so he's going to have Thunderbolt, Volt Switch. Those are going to be his 2 electric moves. Parabolic Charge, probably going away. Then I'm probably going to give him Protect as his 3rd move. Or no, we're not giving him Protect, right. He's going to keep Flamethrower, so if he sets Sun, he can also use that. But then his 4th move is going to be Solar Beam, because it's going to be the... he's going to be the option for setting up himself in the sun for instant solar beams, which is a grass move. It normally charges. Ooh, that's not good. I don't have a rock move for you. Basically relying on fire move here. But I don't want you to... Alright, we're still faster. Ooh, that did very little. Concerning. Yeah. Well, we're gonna set the sun. Problem here is that he's setting up special defense with Quiver Dance as well, which is kind of annoying. And the sun, I should do super effective damage here because it shouldn't resist fire, but it's still gonna be, yeah, +2, ooh, +3, jeez. I mean, we are still faster, but that's gonna stop being the case very soon. If I had Flamethrower the first time around, we're still faster. Tropius, you are very slow. You're +3 right now, by the way. Okay. Ow. Yeah, my Helios probably dies here. Oh, it doesn't? Really? Shocking. I expected it +3 to you for you to actually, I don't know, do damage and be faster than me. But anyways, Helios would be set up where they set up Sun for themselves, boost Flamethrower, it gives them Solar Beam as an option, so if we're up against like a Water Rock or Water Ground, we have a way to just immediately delete them. Because Solar Beam is normally a charge move. You charge up turn 1, and then you fire on turn 2. It does 150 base power, grass, special attack. But if we are using Heliolisk, we can just evolve, we can Mega Evolve, set Sun immediately, cast Solar Beam immediately, and up against a water or something weak to grass, could instantly wipe them out. What's down here? Just more Pokemon? Oh, there's another way around. So that's a nifty thing for them, and that's the moveset I'm thinking for them. And then we have Goat. They're going to probably be exactly what they are now. Horn Leech, Earthquake are their offensive options. And then they're going to have Synthesis and, what you call it? Leech Seed. Actually, Leech Seed being, wow, we could have just, okay. What do I expect them to do? I guess we're going to go to Goat because I know he's faster than Quagsire. This will hurt, but not that much. Okay, you switch out one weak to ground to another. Perfect. Since this guy's low enough, I will Horn Leech, just get a little bit of HP back. Even though this is a physical move, it should be fine. Yeah, we'll get a little bit of HP back from that. Oh yeah, Goat kind of set up this way just to be... Leech is one of my only like moves to actually for stalling enemies, so I can set it up and move people around. I'm really going in on a team that has no real passive damage. Everything I'm doing, I have to, you know, attack the enemy to get rid of them. So I won't have toxic. I won't have any setup like that, spikes, rocks, or things of that nature, which can help lower the HP of enemies kind of as they come in on entry hazards or poisoning them and stuff like that. So Leech Seed is really it. And then it also gives self-sustain to my other Pokemon in that I can switch them in and get a little bit of HP back. Is there anything up there? I don't think there was. Nope. So that's really nice, and Quagsire is the last one. Or well, let's do Mandibuzz first. Mandibuzz is easy. Mandibuzz has everything that he already needs to do, and I've gone over it multiple times. Yeah, so he's just amazing at what he does. I'm just going to Thunderbolt you. With U-Turn, get him in and out. And Regenerator is super strong. Then you have Protect, so if I have to Mega Evolve, Scavenger and Protect just work too well together. And then you have Brave Bird and False Surrender for stab moves, which I really like. So this is the Moongeist Beam I was talking about. Delphox is going to learn this. This is a Ghost move. It's oh, it says Ghost and Fairy type. Oh, weird. The Pokedex thingy I had only said it was Ghost type. And that's nice. I really like that. Okay, well maybe I'll consider something else for Delphox. Anyway, yeah, so Mandibuzz, super great, and then Quagsire. Quagsire is going to be the last. I think this guy has, what you call it, Volt Absorb, so we're just going to manually swap. And Quagsire, so he's the final one here. Currently, this may change, but he has most of his moves. Earthquake is going to stay. Slack Off will stay. The last two are up for... Nope, he has Levitate, so he did not have... Volt Absorb. But then we have Yawn here and Aqua Tail. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping these. One of them will be kept, the other will be gotten rid of, and I'm not sure how I'm going to decide that yet. At level 56, Quagsire gets Flip Turn, which is another form of Volt Switch or U-Turn, but it's in water. It does 40 base damage, I believe. It's physical, but then Quagsire now has a stab move. It hits the enemy, and then he switches out immediately to get something else in. And that is good and bad. I think it is really good in the fact that he is, by and large, the slowest Pokemon on my team. So he will always Flip Turn out slowly and second in combat, which means he will take the hit and then I can freely switch into something else safely to then take on and, you know, defeat whatever else we're against. We're gonna Mystical Fire here because I don't know if I one-shot you. No, I don't think Flamethrower would have done that, but we'll lower your special attack so you do less damage here. Not that much less, but a little bit less. But Flip Turn is really nice because that it allows me to position well without having to worry about, just like U-Turn on Mandibuzz and Volt Switch on Heliolisk. I really like those. Now obviously Heliolisk basically never goes second. They're always first because of how fast they are. So Volt Switch is, you're never slow Volt Switching out. You're always switching first. Whereas Mandibuzz and... oh, I didn't even see that person. Whereas Mandibuzz and Quagsire would be switching out slowly. These have advantages later in the fight. Mandibuzz particularly because they have Regenerator, but Quagsire has Water Absorb. So we do have the option of, you know, being able to heal Quagsire as needed. And Quagsire doesn't have a Mega Form, which means they're most likely to be capable of holding a Citrus Berry, which I think is really nice. And they have Slack Off, which is just a 50% HP when I use it. Now you do have to be able to use it, and sometimes if you get back into combat and you've taken a couple hits, you might not be able to safely do that. So, but I think the option is there, which is why I like it. But then I don't really know how I want to handle it. Do I give him Aqua Tail and keep Yawn? So we have Yawn for the option of putting enemies to sleep for a status, or do I get rid of Yawn and keep Aqua Tail, so if I need to use a water move, I'm basically not forced into switching out with Quagsire. I think both are important to consider. I think it's likely that I will be getting rid of Yawn and keeping Aqua Tail. And then there's also, I didn't talk about this, there's also the option of getting rid of Earthquake and putting it there and keeping Aqua Tail and Yawn, because he's my second Earthquake user. I'm a bit more reluctant to get rid of Earthquake though, because of how good Quagsire is against Steel types. He resists Steel as Water type, which the Goat does not, and then he's pretty self-sufficient, like with Slack Off up against Steel type. So you'd have to really be against something that has very strong... oh, there's a heal here, perfect. Very strong typing against him, whereas the Goat can run into issues since he can have more weaknesses. Alright, well, there's grass up there. That's a Palafin. We're going to take this grass right here. I don't know what we're going to get, but this is unless there's an encounter in the Elite Four area, this might be our last encounter. A Bravery. We have one of these, right? Does that count? I had a shiny one. No, that doesn't count because I didn't, that was just one I found while I was farming. That's not, I don't have them as an actual encounter. Okay, so I guess we're catching you. I'm trying to think if that actually counted or not. Alright, perfect. Caught him right away. I also should have checked, obviously I just caught him. I probably should have checked. We are in the Davosi Strait, right? Or hopefully that's the case. Otherwise, no, this is not wouldn't be an encounter. It would help if I paid attention. Goodbye, Bravery. We'll check you out later. No, this is still considered Pollen Road. Oh, is it? I thought we switched right when we came out here. Oh, then I'm just foolish. I don't know why I thought we were in the Strait of Davosi. Well, alright then, yeah, he's not an encounter. Well, got EXP I didn't need. Okay, so this is not an encounter. Denizen. This is what I get for not paying attention. I'm sitting here talking on and on about my stuff I'm doing for E4, and I have... yeah, so now this is the Davosi Straits. Okay. So now we can get an encounter. I'm probably going to run Repel. until I find some grass. I'm not saying that surf encounters are bad, but it feels like surf encounters have all been the same. But anyways, the benefit of my team is I have a lot of options. The downside is I'm missing some critical options as well. And some people probably very astutely can see exactly some moves that I'm missing in this team. The first one is I have no fighting moves. So a lot of stuff that like I have no extra damage to pure normal typing, which can be good or can be bad. You know, there are some just pure normal types out there that are a problem, but I feel that kind of outweighs not having a fighting type. I'm okay with that. Annihilate obviously would be really good, but I think his weaknesses I don't really need on the team. And then the other is I am missing wait, what? You just have a random mega? Okay. That you'll notice I'm missing an ice move or an ice Pokemon, which that one is really important and is something I'm gonna want to have. And so I looked it up. Oh yeah, we're gonna switch you, even though he's gonna low kick again probably. Both of you resist. I'll go Gardevoir. The ice thing is much easier to address though, in that I can give Ice Beam to Gardevoir. And you might say, well, what would you take off of Gardevoir to use Ice Beam for? And the answer is honestly Psychic. Psychic and Fairy have in general very similar coverages of what they're super effective against. So Psychic is good against Poison, Bug, and Fighting. And Poison and Bug I'm typically not using Gardevoir to kill anyway. Poison I'm usually using one of my ground types, and Bug I'm usually using a fire type or flying. So Fighting is also weak to Fairy, and other things that Psychic is immune to, like Dark types, they're weak to Fairy. So Fairy hits more things for super effective. Dragon, Psychic, Dark, or not Psychic. Dragon, Dark, Fighting, and there was something else I can't remember offhand. So the option is there for me to give them Ice Beam. You might say, well, Ice Beam is really only good against what Pokemon? Well, the main ones, honestly, as weird as it sounds, are going to be not even Dragon. Dragon is weak to Ice, but that's not the main reason why I would want it. The main reason I want it actually is for ground types, because I don't really have a good answer to ground types right now. Generally speaking, I position around them, and we kill them with something that they're, you know, weak to adversely with their second typing. So like Good Goat, for example, was a perfect example. Good Goat I would kill with Fire, because I don't have an Ice move. Like giving Gardevoir Ice Beam would give me that option. Then you have also the flying ground types. They're also 4x weak to Ice. Flying type in general, I really only have Helios right now that can deal with them effectively. So if they're immune to light or electric for whatever reason, Helios, I now don't really have an answer to them. So having Ice Beam would really help with that. I think we're going to set it up that way. If I keep this team, I may switch some Pokemon. I don't actually know yet. Maybe we'll get there and I'll be like, you know what, think about it more, and then I'm like, this is a bad idea. Because I would like to fit something else in, but really the main one that I've considered that I would change is my Quagsire. And I would change him for Clodsire. And really, Clodsire would just be, you know, the option of okay, that just kills. I was like, maybe if you survive, we're going to get goat. But Clodsire would have the option of, instead of being defensive like Quagsire is, he'd be a little more offensive in being able to set Toxic, Poison. He still would have the healing from Shore Up, but he then would also, instead of Yawn and or Flip Turn, like as a maneuverability thing, what am I doing here? I'm looking to heal. I would have... no, we're good. I would have the Toxic to set up and to guarantee that I kill something eventually. So I do have, you know, options like that. I just haven't used them yet, so... Quilava. Do I just think I kill with Thunderbolt here? Do I think you're faster than me? That's, I guess, sort of the thing. I don't think you're generally that fast. No, we're gonna Volt Switch. I don't know what's behind here, but... You're dead anyway. See you later. I said birds, so I'm presuming I should have kept Heliolisk out, but we will, we're gonna go to Mandibuzz so we can get a Regenerator heal here. Anyways, those are my thoughts on my E4 team. We'll see how it goes. Pelipper. Yeah, that's not going to be very effective. But I presume you're going to use a lightning or water move. I mean, that's probably lightning because that's what I'm weak to. Or you're going to set Tailwind. I don't know why I keep forgetting this. Yeah, you always want to set Tailwind. We're going to Thunderbolt. You're still weak to this. Very surprised you didn't try to attack. That's okay. Even at 2x weakness, you still die. You are, while physically bulky, not very specially bulky, so our Heliolisk does work. A Dream Eater. Dream Eater, interesting move, but you, like I said, you have to put them to sleep, so it's 100 power. I'm surprised it's only 100. I thought in the base game it's 120. I might be misremembering. But you heal for half of the damage you do on a target. They have to be asleep, though, to cast it on them. And well, this is going to be a little annoying. We're going to Parabolic Charge because, yeah, we are for sure not faster than you in Tailwind. But we should heal here. Back up to full, no problem. And hopefully their Tailwind peters out here. Nope. Alright, one more. Should be on the last turn here now, I believe. This would be turn 3. X was Tailwind. Roost, new Pokemon. And then now, yeah, there it goes. Which means I can now Thunderbolt, and we're faster, so see you later, Noctowl. I do like how Noctowl, obviously I never got one to use. The fact that they changed it's a Flying Ghost. I do like the typing changes in general they've done in the game because they've made most Pokemon really interesting to mess around with. So I was kind of hoping we'd run into a set of grass here before the end, but we'll probably keep this Repel up for a bit. Also very interesting, that one random trainer had had the Mega Pangoro, but none of these other ones have Megas. I wonder if it was intended where they all had Pokemon with Megas, but we just... Oh no, because they would evolve right at the beginning of the turn, so... Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Why he had one, but nobody else has so far. We're getting EXP, so we're not quite at that level cap yet. But most of these fights so far have been very, very easy. Yeah, Quags. Look at that 48 speed. Oof. Meganium, woo! Yeah, so I do like Meganium. I really kind of wish we had caught one earlier, but we didn't, so... they're generally pretty bulky, so we're gonna Volt Switch. Yeah, it's not gonna do much. Safeguard. Safeguard prevents them from getting hit by status ailments, I'm pretty sure. So like this flamethrower, if Meganium lived, they're probably not. I wouldn't be able to burn them. Could go. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. I don't really have a... Oh, you're turning into a Mega Gagoon. Oh, alright, so there are more people with Mega Stone on this route. I don't have a... Like, if I had an Ice Beam, 4x weak, this thing would just stop existing as soon as I pressed it. But if we don't kill here, we did, because we're Mega Evolved as well, and we have a huge amount of stats at the moment for Telefox. Having Ice Beam would be 4x weak. I wouldn't have to Mega Evolved at all. I would just wipe the floor with that without any issue. They're the student. Well, we haven't hit the level cap yet, so I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. Fighting bug. So we are going to switch here. We could have just killed. I didn't realize you were that weak, buddy. But you are, unsurprisingly, weak to flying. We are weak to bug. Well, we're not weak to bug. We're neutral to this flying resisted, I believe. Dark is weak to bug. You're faster than me? I actually have no idea how fast Phalanx is. Probably should figure that out. Faster than Mandibuzz. I am weak to ice. I think we're gonna just U-turn here. We are faster. If they use an ice move, you're in trouble, so I don't want to switch to you. If they use a water move, I could, obviously, you would be in trouble. So my options are, I'm probably going Heliolisk here. Probably makes the most sense anyway. Used Safeguard, okay. I'm okay with this. We're just going to Mega Evolve and with our boosted stats, the Slappers. Perfect. $57. Jeez. We are getting up there. And there's Moonblast. So like I said, we are... actually, I may consider not doing it, because I didn't... So, Moongeist says it's Ghost and Fairy type. So, my consideration is I don't know how that functions with other stuff. So, like, let's say I hit a normal type with this. Will it hit them, or will they be immune? I don't know. I I think I'm going to stick to my original plan. We're going to get rid of Mystical Fire here to get Moonblast, and then Psyshock, if we do end up giving Gardevoir Ice Beam, it will give Delphox Psychic, because it is stronger and it'll hit special defense instead of regular defense, but that's fine. Obstagoon. Could have been able to kill you, but Gardevoir. You have enough HP where Draining Kiss will give a little bit of HP back. You have Reckless? That's annoying. That's gonna hurt. Yeah. So Reckless is, you saw how it takedown there. He didn't take any recoil damage. So Reckless is an ability, because I looked it up after the last time we ran into Reckless. It boosts their damage of those types of moves by 20%, and they don't take recoil damage. It's actually really good. You know, some Pokemon would be really nice. There's Gardevoir, unmega evolved, over 200 special attack. Also, why does this little kid at the Elite Four have these Pokemon? Is this the Elite Four here? We're almost there. Alright, I guess the Davosi Strait is water only. Another Obstagoon, jeez. Back-to-back fights with them? Very interesting. Just gonna do the same thing. We trace Reckless again. Yep. Takedown? Oh, Scary Face. Ooh, that's a little annoying, actually. At -2, I may be slower. Yep, that's gonna hurt. If I just die from full life? No, my goodness, man. So close, though. We crit. We're gonna heal up a little bit, but yeah, we're -2 speed. That's a bit dangerous. So we're going to switch back out. I think it's a bit risky to keep you in here. I'm expecting a ghost move, which is why I'm going to Helios first. Nope, that's a psychic move. So it's at the end of next turn that will be a problem. I'm just going to Thunderbolt here. If he only has Future Sight as his psychic move, I'm hoping this doesn't kill. It didn't. Nope, he has a dark move. It's fine. And now I will Volt Switch out. Hopefully this kills. It's probably not. No, it did. Perfect. And now we can bring in Mandibuzz to take the Future Sight. Just kidding, we defeated him, so there is no Future Sight. I don't know what I was thinking. That's Rania. I mean, really? You would have to be here, wouldn't you? You have a Victory Bell, so we know that you have that. I think we're fine fighting her. We'll just heal up. I think we have enough PP on most of our Pokemon. I don't think there's anything I have to worry about. I would like to switch your thing around. I think we are going to get rid of Parabolic Charge here. We're going to give you Solar Beam. Now is the time. I think we'll give Ice Beam to Gardevoir as well. Like I said, it is worth mentioning, if Delphox could have learned Ice Beam, I would have given it to Delphox. And the reason being is, Gardevoir is more likely to be in more for some of these fights. And Psychic, I think, is a bit better in some of the cases where you need it, but honestly, in all the fights I was doing, my my Gardevoir was never pressing Psychic, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, and as we see, oh, it's only 120. I'm sorry. It was 150, but that's fine. But yeah, we're going to get rid of Parabolic Charge here. And then, yeah, it's Parabolic Charge, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower are the main attacks. And then Volt Switch is kind of moving around when we need to switch out. Which I think is more than enough for what Heliolisk has done so far. And then we need to teach Psychic to Delphox. And replace Psyshock. Okay, alright, well, I think we're pretty set here at the moment. I mean, we'll see what you got, Rania. See if our team is okay enough to handle you. Maybe I should give somebody a Citrus Berry, but yeah, we'll give Quagsire. Everyone else can keep their Mega Stones. Maybe I need to give them actual items, or berries. You can have a Citrus Berry, Quagsire. You feel important holding things. You let me pass? Can I just walk by? Oh, really? It is funny, it does tell you. Rania is waiting for a battle. Yeah, you've Mega Evolved your Victory Bell multiple times now, and it's died immediately every single time. And you mistakenly led with Ninetales again, so I have really bad news for you. If your Ninetales doesn't have a not fire move, and this is Flash Fire, it's over. Yeah, it doesn't affect me. We're faster, so we're just going to Calm Mind. Yep. That did 42. If you crit, I still die. That's okay. We're just going to Calm Mind again. I'm not Mega Evolving quite yet. I could have done Mega Evolve to take in less damage, but the reason I didn't is... Okay. That's... Oh no, now I'm back to plus... I want to be +2. I'll Draining Kiss without Mega Evolving. I want to hold my Mega Stone just in case, basically. Yeah, because you're fire. I wanted more HP. If it was +2, I would have been more than fine. This is kind of annoying. Alright, well, now we're Mega Evolving, and this should kill with the extra stats. But I just didn't want to risk if I got crit and died. Wasted my Mega Evolution. That would have been a bit annoying, but we're only +1 for attack. That's a little annoying, but I think we'll be okay. We're +2 on the defense side. Although I guess, to be fair, if she pulls out a Steel type, I'm going to have to switch, because I don't have an answer to that. At least from Gardevoir. Typhlosion! Yep, Fire Ghost. I think I have to press Moonblast here just to do enough damage. Oh, you resist that? Oh, I guess Ghost does? Oh, this might hurt then. We are +2. Yeah. But we're going to stick with killing you and hope whatever comes out next I can heal on. It's a good thing I pressed Moonblast then. I was considering to heal on him first. Rampardos, you have basically no defense. Now, keep in mind that this Rampardos, if I don't kill it, will kill me. It has, like, an absurd amount of attack. But it has, as you can see, no defense. So, Rampardos, unfortunately, just immediately dies. Actually, my Heliolisk has more special attack when Mega Evolved than Gardevoir. It's actually kind of wild. It does have a few levels on me, so it might change once Gardevoir catches up. No thanks. Don't need to learn Whirlwind here. Beware. Well, you're weak to Fairy. Goodbye. You're technically not weak to any of this, but I think we'll still be fine just by pressing this. Wow. No, that's not cool. No, we're slower now. Yeah, I saw that coming. We're actually gonna have to move things around. Joy. Your special attack got lowered. Wait, we're still faster than you? No shot. That's wild. How are we faster than you? I mean, there's no chance. I mean, let's be real. I probably should have switched around so when this Victor Reel came in, I don't immediately die. I would love to have Ice Beamed you. Probably would kill. However, you're going to use a poison move on me, so I do have to switch here. I'm going to go... I want to eventually get to Delphox, so we're going to go through Mandibuzz. Obviously, if I wasn't paralyzed, I would have immediately pressed Ice Beam. It probably would have killed. However, you know, stuff happens. Can't always get that. Yeah, that's poison. And we get regular poison. Okay. I could also Brave Bird, which should do super effective damage, but we're just going to U-turn. Oh, we are not slower than you. I guess Victreebel is really slow. Well, if you're going to use... I resist grass, you're probably using poison again. I thought I was going to be slower on Mandibuzz, but it's fine. You're going to immediately poison me too. That was a crit. That really hurt. Also... poison. Oh, okay. Well, this has to kill, or we die. Yeah, still just one-shots. It's telling you. Thanks for all the money. I really appreciate that. Is this waterfall? You just lost to me. What do you mean? Is there a healing point around here? Okay, well, sorry, so we have two encounters. Alright, sweet. So there's, we need to get the Davosi one, and then we can also get the ruins here. But before that, we're going to fly away. We have a couple things we need to go do. So if you remember, there was the little waterfall here. There's an item there I want to go get, and there's also an item somewhere that I cannot actually remember where. Somewhere else in one of these. I don't think there's any of these. I think it was somewhere over here where they, there's another item up a waterfall. Might have been in a town, actually, now that I think about it. Petal, maybe? Oops, I guess I want you to heal. We're going to quickly run through the forest, grab the item in this forest, we're going to fly, get the other item we know that was up a waterfall. Braylon, get out of the way, please. And we're not going to restore this repel because I didn't want to get an encounter here, but I will need an encounter once we get back to, Davosi Strait. And I guess it's going to have to be a water encounter, so... This one right here. Oh. Totally meant to do that. Just kidding, I can't drive. Oh, Helios. I thought you got 58 a little while ago, so maybe 58 is the cap. We'll see here soon. Alright, so we're going to fly to the next place, which I cannot remember. It was not Sophos. Morrow? No. Marini? I'm trying to remember the towns as I look at them. I know it's none of these. For towns. Kipos? No. No, definitely not that one. I think it has to be one of these two. When I think about it, I don't think it's this one. I think it is Penpetal. Yeah, I think it is Penpetal. Maybe? Or maybe I'm mistaken. It is on a route somewhere and I'm just foolish. Oh no, it is here. Ah, see, I do remember. Haha, it's been such a long time. This is the only one. Oh, there's... Right. Celio, no thanks. I already have my encounter here. Dragon Dance. Alright. Those are two good TMs. I, of course, don't have uses for them. Why did I go to the bag? Pokemon. Fly. Did I make it there? I did. Okay, so it counted. Even though I didn't go up. Even though I didn't go up here, it counted. Alright, is there grass around here? No, but are there just wild Jingo-Os or whatever they're called? Right, let me actually use a repel here. I know I said I didn't want to use one, but we're going to use one just so we can kind of explore because, yeah, I kind of skipped everything here. It's kind of funny. It looks like they're just in the area. They're not actually... Oh, this is the right where we fought Rania. Okay, so yeah, they're just kind of showing off. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Did have a good rod. We're gonna fish. No, I have no idea what the encounter here is. Oops. Okay, I'm really bad at this. Oh. I kind of forgot this minigame existed. Okay. Is it actually a Golduck? Oh, it is! It was indeed, exactly, and we don't have a Golduck or Psyduck either. So we will go for the catch here. This is the third time this playthrough. Like I said, I went years where I basically never saw, 58 is indeed the level cap, where I never saw one clicks like that, where it shakes once and then immediately clicks. So many times I just never saw that, so we'll check you out here soon. We have one more encounter here in the ruins, and we're gonna fish again. You know what? I basically only fished once in the game, and that was to get a Magikarp, and And they ended up being really good. Obviously, Gyarados, really, really good most of the game. Probably could have, were there not an encounter here? Probably could have used them, honestly, in everything. Like, they're that good. Well, interesting. Maybe there's no encounter in this area? We're obviously going to run around until the repel wears off and then see if there's a surfing encounter. It'd be interesting that there's no encounter here. I mean, okay, it's not that interesting, but I feel like it's a different area. There is water here. I feel like you should get an encounter, but maybe not. Okay, for certain I would have gotten an encounter by now if they existed. Alright, so there must not be encounters here. There's no way that we wouldn't get 3 fish in a row and then also no surf encounters. Sure you are. Well, that was your choice. You have a Chikorita at the Elite Four. I got bad news for you. I would presume there's a champion battle. Why wouldn't there be? Alright, so you just sell all of the Evo stones. Okay, that's good. You can actually get extras of the stuff you need. Okay, well, I don't need any of those. And you have... Alright, we do. We have full restores. Now, I have a decent bit of money, so I'm probably okay to just buy... Let's see, there's at least 4 fights with 6 Pokemon, so I only need 27 of you. This would be if I had to heal every Pokemon after every fight. Well, I only need 24 then, right? Because, obviously, if there's a champion fight after that, the game's over, so I only need 21 of you. Yep, 24. So that's 6 after each battle if we actually need it. Same thing here, even though I know we have regular ones, I ain't that worried. Alright, sweet. Alright, so we do not need to go grind money, at least. Let's take a look at the last Pokemon we caught, Golduck. Oh, you filled up the bot. Oh, right. Oh, no, this bravery is fake, right. We remembered that was, we caught that in a place we already had an encounter. Where Comfey was caught. So, Golduck. Golduck, honestly, they're pretty average. I like the fact that they're no longer mono water. They're given the psychic typing. I think that really helps them with their offense. But in general, I think Golduck is a more well-rounded, average-statted Pokemon. So, decent, but you probably will have better water types. And they get pretty decent stuff, so you can build them physical or special for what you need. Yeah, can't really complain about them. Obviously, this one here is plus special attack. Probably, even if it didn't have plus special attack, it has more special attack than regular attack. But like I said, I think that their stat bases are just a bit too low. I don't want to say low. Average is probably better to use compared to some of the other Pokemon, and they're more evenly distributed. So, is a more well-rounded Pokemon, which in general for your team, those aren't really needed. You want them to do one thing or the other. So like in our team, I want my 3 special attackers. I don't want them to have any attack stats. So any additional base stats in attack are just taking away from everything else. So I would rather have that in other stuff. So, decent Pokemon can fit your needs throughout the game, but they're it's obviously not like, you know, Giga important. Or Giga strong Pokemon, I guess. Yeah, well, that's somewhat concerning because, as you can see, we're not max level. 58, we know, is the max level. So we're going to go and do that here before the end of the episode. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be quite honest, I'm probably not going to the Elite Four right away. I am probably going to go and do some amount of side quests. And I say side quests. In reality, I'm probably going to go do some pinball, get some of those random items from there, because they can be very good, and possibly figure out maybe some other items to get. We want to be looking for Pokemon that are high level. So we're going to go out this way and see what we can find in the grass. No, we've... that's Pachirisu. Oh, no. Oh, Halucha, you look good. You generally give a lot of EXP. And you're level 44. Perfect. $15 levels, or 14 levels, should be good enough. Yeah, just one shot. I don't know how much EXP you're actually giving to everybody else. But yeah. Right, you're not evolved. Another Halucha. Perfect. And I'm just going to run through this. Probably and just get everyone up to max levels. Then we're prepared for tomorrow, where we can just kind of spend our time doing other stuff preparing. Like playing pinball for items, or if we need money for stuff, we can do that. Rethink any of our strategies. I think this team is going to be fine. I like how they are working right now. It's a skip bloom, actually. I'll take a Halucha, random Halucha here. Probably should have Gardevoir out front. The fact that Heliolisk is already capped means everyone else is not getting the full EXP when they're fighting. We'll see how much this Skip Bloom gives us. And we can show off our Ice Beam, since they're 4x weak. And this is kind of the type of thing I'm talking about. The Grass Trainer, which was from the first gym we did. 803, oh, that's miserable. Ice Beam is going to be really, really good. Yep, and here's Slip Turn. Really good against them. So I want Ice Beam on Gardevoir to make that possibility. Like, oh, it's 60. Okay, well, probably going to lean towards getting rid of Aqua Tail then. This can lead to some awkward positions where we are using Quagsire to do damage to somebody with water. Well, that's going to be pretty rare, but we'll get rid of Aqua Tail. Trying to think when I would do that. Be like a fire Pokemon, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm killing those with ground, not... how do I reset all of these quickly? I don't. I wonder if there's a better place to do this. So basically I'm looking for what? Braveries, Haluchas. Have to go inside a building and leave. It's going to be kind of slow. I wonder if doing it at the Tower of the Octopus is going to be better. Oh, it's an Electrode. Let's see. What are you? I mean, you're fast, but I don't think you'd kill me, so... see if we one-shot you with Ice Beam. Oh, right, you can't even use a grass move on me. Perfect. And we one-shot. Alright, and we're faster. So 11 levels apparently does that. 1100, that's not that great. And I guess let's see how much EXP you give. That's the Floette, which I don't think is going to give a lot. Fairy. I mean, Fairy's neutral to itself. We one-shot, that's fine. Yeah, okay, 900, that's basically nothing. Oof. Yeah, so Haluchas and probably Braveries are what we're looking for. Halucha, come over here. There's an ability that you could really like. Unburden is really, really good. You can proc it pretty easily. 1100. Honestly, that's not even that much EXP. I have to feel that there's a better place that I could be grinding EXP these last few levels. How much do you give? I may as well look. Man, that feels so bad. We're gonna go look. I want to say I remember the. See, I could open the video and go look, but I want to say the Tower of the Oxmus here. The Pokemon here gave more. They could go to the Lapple. So let me quickly see how much one of them gives. And these were much easier to check because, yeah, we just go in and out, and they're right next to us instead of running super far away to see if we get any amount, even though they're lower level. I also have no idea what Grass Pelt does. Sure, it's something. Nope, this is only 700? Wow, I really misremembered that. Okay, well, man, talk about very unfortunate that the only place to really get EXP... so we could look here. What were these levels? This would have been much closer to our level. It's a Tyrant. $38. Yeah, you're 6 levels lower, so probably not that great. $300. Wow. Miserable. Where's the Houndoom? Huh? Ariados. You generally don't give that much, even though you are evolved. Is that a Primate? Yeah, I think our best area is going to be back just east of Penpetal, and we're looking for Haluchas, but man. 1100 EXP is not great. I'm hoping higher levels would give us a little bit more, but basically getting nothing. Okay, well, is what it is. I do kind of wish that there was an easier way to get EXP this high level. Like, it does feel really bad. Like the west of Sopos area where we had all those Taurus, that was really good, and that carried us through. I mean, I don't know how many gyms we had to we power leveled some Pokemon there to cap them out to use different Pokemon. By far, that was like the area for me to use for leveling, just because of how much they gave. But like, yeah, here it's like, man, Pikachu's gonna give nothing. Okay, well, we're it's just getting random battles then. That's unfortunate, but we have a healing point right there. Well, I'm sorry, this is going to be really, really boring. The bright side, we will be done soon-ish. Oh man, you gave no EXP. XP, man. Oh, let me go take a look in the water, I guess. See what's up here. Well, you're not a... I thought you were a Wingull, but you're a Finizen. The only, like, consoling part of this is that there's a heal point right there. 400 EXP, oof. So, like, we can just go heal really easily. But man, all of the Pokemon in this area give, like, no EXP. Doesn't Rage Powder only work in doubles anyway? Like, if I remember, Rage Powder, all it does is it gives yourself, like, taunt, basically. Not taunt like Pokemon taunt, but it makes everybody, all the attacks, attack you. But, like, in singles, that doesn't matter because you're the only Pokemon to attack. Of course I'm attacking you. $700 EXP, man. Absolutely wild. Well, there is one more thing I could do, actually, which I haven't... yeah, but this is still the... Pollen Road, so... The Davosi Strait is north of us. Alright, let's check what's in the water. Better stuff here to fight. Not really. And you're lower level. Okay, never mind. There is one more thing we can try that I haven't considered yet. I don't know if it'll make it any better. Yeah, 100 EXP. Oh, that's painful. That is, what are the encounters at night? Because those might be better. Obviously, Halucha is like the only good encounter I've found so far for EXP, and even that is only like 1100. It's not that great, especially for Gardevoir. So heal while we're here. I also, as you saw, I gave Quagsire the Lucky Egg. All my other Pokemon are holding Mega Stones. I don't really want to take them off if I don't have to. But the other part is all my other Pokemon probably okay to come in and kill other Pokemon pretty easily. The Fox is fast, Gardevoir is fast, they're pretty strong. You can easily wipe out whatever. The goat is pretty fast. Physically, should be able to kill whatever. And Mandibuzz is strong enough to be able to kill it. 1100 on you is kind of okay, I guess. But Quagsire is really slow, and there are grass types here, which means I would probably just charge a bug. Man, they're really... This is Dene and Togedemaru. Both of them are okay. I know Skip Bloom you give like 900 or 800 EXP, so just kill you with an Ice Beam. Wait, aren't you also part fairy, right? I remember that? Oh, you pixelate. It's a really good ability. Yeah, even you only give 1,000. That's wild how little it gives at level 44. I remember the ones west of Sophos, like they were giving quite a good amount at their level. Good tomorrow, don't let me down. Give me some good EXP. You were giga destroyed. 4x, 1,000. I mean, that's okay, I suppose. Could be worse. Is that a shiny bravery? Press that, I'm going to switch. It's got the weird looking... No, it's not. I guess it's just a male bravery versus female. The other one we saw was red, so... Pure Force. Also, you're psychic instead of normal? Interesting. I guess there's a variant to their evolution. Alright, well, that was it, so back to fighting in the grass. All these Skip Blooms are gonna get us there eventually. I am so sorry, you have to sit here and watch this. Actually, you don't have to sit here and watch this. At this point, you know the rest of the episode is me grinding my team to level 58. You could stop watching whenever you want. Now, if you want to continue supporting by watching until the end of the video, I'd be super, super grateful. But it's going to be really boring because all I'm going to be doing is killing whatever appears here and healing right above us. And then coming back down here and murdering more of whatever is in this patch of grass. I would say that's probably... I don't want to say it's a knock on the game, but I do think there should be enough EXP to get your whole team to 58 on this route. Obviously, my lead Pokemon got 58. They didn't really have the reduced EXP with the EXP share. So maybe I should have switched my lead around a bit more. Would have been a lot closer. But I do feel that even if I led with... Oh, why did I... Right, I need to do... less this. But I do feel that I know some Pokemon have different EXP rates. Pokemon that have maybe a slower EXP rate probably wouldn't have made it 58. Especially not the rest of the team. I mean, like, my main Pokemon made it 58, but then everybody else was nowhere close. Bug. Nope. So, maybe that's a tiny knock on it. That's okay. I think all the other gyms, early on especially, I mean, obviously leveling at lower levels is much faster, where we very easily were able to have, at how many Pokemon? Like 3 full teams at max level, at 18 Pokemon max level after the level 40 gym, when we were going to hunt down the 2 admins in Calliope. So I think it obviously there's EXP different parts of the game is really, it's complicated to make it work everywhere, but we shouldn't have to do too much. It's probably only going to be like 10 or 15 minutes. It's probably longer than that. We're getting there. Gardevoir's almost halfway to 58. I know we have those, still have all of the EXP candy and rare candy, so I won't use those today. I will save, I will test them to see if I can go over the cap with them. I might not be able to, which means I wasted them the entire game and could have just used them to help alleviate some leveling, grinding, and stuff like that, but cool like that. Since I knew that there were hard level caps, that we might be able to get us above them at the very end. I thought it was worth the risks to hold on to them. Because I think that will make or break, not I won't say make or break, but it'll make a difference when we're going up against some of the Elite Four. Damaru. You're good EXP. I mean, you're only like 1,000. You resist all my stuff, though. Zing Zap. I'm actually surprised that you get that move. Zing Zap is, I think it was first introduced. I could be completely wrong on this. I don't know the full history behind it. I thought it was introduced in the Let's Go Pokemon game. So Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. It's it's the electric, like, one where it hits really hard and then you gain like an immediate stat boost or something. It's like 100% stat boost. It's not like a random chance. Those moves are really strong, by the way. You could teach your Eevee literally any move. Not any move, but any type move, basically. So you teach a fire move, you can teach a ice, water, lightning, or electric. I keep saying lightning, but basically any typing move you could eventually train just to your Eevee. It didn't matter. And they all had like an added effect. So like, it gave you plus speed, or plus attack, or plus special attack, or lowered the enemies even, and they were all like 100% chances. Those moves were absolutely bonkers. So I'm actually really surprised that they used them at all, but yeah, it was the thing, I suppose. Gardevoir, you're really close to 58 now. We're almost there. We'll just see who's left on the team to get there. But I think we're at the point now where we have all of our moves, so I have everything I want. And once we hit 58, we'll be done for today. So really, after today, it's going to be... Tomorrow's going to be prepping. We're going to go buy berries. We're going to have... Make sure we're all set move-wise, EV-wise. I think this team has already been fully EV'd, though. I don't know if I want to change anything. Careful Halucha. Bad news, even though you're careful, still gonna die in one. So close, almost there. Quagsire, 58, perfect. And look at that, 200 HP. Not as much as a goat. I think a goat is almost 230, right? Oh, jeez. We're gonna have to take this lucky egg. We're gonna have to take your Mandibite and give you this lucky egg, because you are very behind. And Mandibuzz, 200. He's gonna have more than Quagsire. Yeah, I mean, like, look at how much HP these guys have. This is no HP EVs. This is just all natural. And whatever their IVs are. I'm happy with how this team has turned out. I guess now I have to worry somewhat of... Well, no, I'm going to be bringing Mandibuzz in to do all of these kills. So Mandibuzz should be able to kill just fine with everything I have here. Except against Togedemaru's, which will switch to Good Coat. Stored Power. Level 58, really? Stored Power is an okay move. I don't... But I think the problem is... you have to really set up a team to make stored... Not set up a team, but set up a Pokemon to make Stored Power work. It only works when you have stat boost. So, like, Calm Mind is +1 special attack, +1 special defense. The Stored Power does 20 base, plus 20 for every buff you have. I think up to a certain amount. I don't think it's, like, infinitely scaling. But... you +1/+1, it's now a 60 attack move. The problem is, as you might immediately think of, is we have so many moves that are better than a 60 base attack Psychic move. Psychic is 90, Psyshock is 80, Future Sight's 120, Dream Eater 100. Dream Eater probably a bad example because obviously set it up to do that. You have all of these other moves that do more damage than it. So you might ask, when is Stored Power really good? Because if I have to spend one turn setting up, I would presume the next turn it would actually do something. And Stored Power really has to be, you're going like +6/+6. And all of a sudden Stored Power is just like, yeah, I'm just going to absolutely obliterate anything that exists. But I feel that if you're getting the +6, you can just blow anything up with literally any move. You could probably tackle things to death +6. And you just, it gives so much stats that you basically don't have to worry about it. So I think there is the, I don't want to say the problem, but the premise of like, I don't need, if I have to press Calm Mind like 3, 4, 5 times to make Stored Power really powerful, I don't really need it. By the time I get to +2, I mean, we saw it on the Rania fight, my Gardevoir literally one-shot almost everything on her team again. And if I didn't get paralyzed, keep that in mind, if I didn't get paralyzed, I would have one-shot the Victory Bell as well. Like, I would have just Ice Beamed and it would have died. So, I think, you know, I think it's a decent option if you build for it, but I think it's way, way too slow, especially in the late game. I think early on it's a little bit better, easier to use, I don't say better, but easier to use, because you're okay, you know, oh, I use an Iron Defense or I use a Calm Mind. Well, let's ignore Calm Mind for the moment. We use a Amnesia from like a Lantern, like or you know, just an early Psychic type. Use an Amnesia, and now your Stored Power does 60 damage, 60 base power, versus say a Extra Sensory, which does I think what 65 if I remember. And now it's like, alright, it's comparable to use. You would just set up one turn, but now you're, you know, a bit tankier, and it's kind of makes it a little bit easier to use that. Maybe you have to go a couple turns, so having the extra defense now keeps you from taking a bunch of damage. That's when I think it's useful, or when you fully set up a Pokemon that's like, you have Moody, where you get +2, -1 each turn, so that's another way. I think Stored Power in general is not that great. I'd rather just have a move that does a lot of damage already. Well, Mandibuzz is the last one to get there, and he doesn't have that much left, honestly. It's about at 60% of the level. Your Goat here should be done in the next couple battles, especially if I have to keep switching in up against some of these Pokemon. And the best part about Mana Buzz is even if I do switch out, he's still getting full EXP. I'm faster than this Togedemaru. I know I'm 14 levels higher, but that's but this would be a perfect example, by the way, of somebody where Quagsire probably would be better. Is Quagsire resists all of the steel that he does, so which means I would take less damage. Like I took 50 damage from that Togedemaru using Iron Head, whereas I could have taken less. I don't know how much less, but a little bit less. Alright, Mana Buzz, you're under a half level to go. I'm gonna take damage here. That's not bad. Alright, good goat. You're the goat. Almost 200 attack there. Yeah, look at the goat, man. I'm gonna take a look at his stats. Is he minus defense? I don't think he is. I'm pretty sure I made him minus special attacks. I'm surprised your defense is so low. Yeah. Well, that's what it is, I guess. My bulkiest Pokemon is Mana Buzz. But with good reason, obviously. Oh me, the Haluchas and the Braveries. If I can one-shot with Mana Buzz. Comfey! We can one-shot with Brave Bird. The downside of using Brave Bird, obviously, I would prefer Braveries. I think they're the best thing to find right now. Because I know I one-shot them with False Surrender, and I know I'm faster. But then I also don't take any recoil damage. If we get 2 more Comfeys, we'll be there. Floette. See, I have to U-turn out on Floette. That's a little unfortunate. Now, I also don't have a. Well, actually, yes, I do. Let me see. This is a good test. This should be super effective. If it counts as both. Didn't. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Yeah, my little thingy said it was ghost only, which it's not. It's ghost and fairy, so that could be... Unless, again, I don't know the type chart, which I don't. I'm not that great at it. This ghost is not super effective against fairy. I thought earlier I took super effective from a ghost move on one of my fairy types, but it might have been Gardevoir, whose psychic is weak to ghost, so. Did we do it? We did it! Good job, Mana Buzz. Oh, look at that bulk, man. 207 HP, 190 defense, 130 special defense. I'm actually kind of surprised. You have 100 speed. I didn't think you were... I was pretty certain you were much slower than that, but you're no Quagsire, who's only got like 50. Anyways, our team is now fully level 58, so we're going to take the Lucky Egg. We can give you your Mana Bite back. And, yeah, we're going to fly... Like I said, we're going to fly to Sophos City. And we'll heal up and save here. And what I'm going to do is... Once we're done here, we're going to save, and then I'm going to test the EXP stuff, rare candies, and things like that real fast. Really, I'm just going to test the the EXP candy. Right, wrong PC. Yes, we have 2 rare candies. Have some other stuff, so we get a couple levels out of it. I do know, and say this is cheating or whatever, but I do know when I was looking up the items that there are a couple more rare candies throughout the game. They're from quests. I don't know which quests they are offhand. I'm not going to go and do anything crazy with it. Alright, so I haven't put any thought of it. I'm probably not going to save it like this. Okay, so it literally just says it won't have any effect. Okay, so you cannot go over the level cap. So I could have just used all of these to save myself leveling time. A little unfortunate, but makes sense, I guess, in terms of hard mode to prevent you from over leveling, because they want to keep the difficulty as intended for what it needs to be. That's good to know. So, but next time we are going to, like I said, we're going to do a little bit of preparing. We're going to review our team. What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? How do we want to possibly handle battles? We've been kind of doing that a bunch as we go through this last Pollen Road, the Davosi, Strait of Davosi. So we're doing really well there. But yeah, we'll go over all that next time, and then we're also going to do some pinball. Get a bunch of pinball points, just trade them in for items, see what we get. I'll make sure to deposit items beforehand so I don't accidentally lose any of them. That would be kind of foolish, but yeah, try our best to not do that. But yeah, so tomorrow is mostly going to be preparing, and then I think the day after that we will get to the Elite Four, or I'll do some little video for my team. I don't know. We'll see what I feel up to. But yeah, hopefully today you have a wonderful day. I appreciate you watching, and as always, I will see you next time.